Hi everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. My name is David. This channel is Demar's Coaching. I'm answering your guys' questions from last week's video. Go in the comment section down below, ask me anything you want, anything. I'll answer it next week in the next Q&A video next Monday. Just leave your locations. Please tell us where you are. Where are you? Tell us. Be general. You don't need to say, oh, I don't want to because my ex might find out. I don't want to subscribe to your channel because my ex might know. I don't want to give your channel a like because someone might find out. Just tell us generally where you are. And if you could, please, if you haven't already, support a petition I started. Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. If you haven't been bullied online, then you may not know how horrendous it is. It's the leading cause of young people taking their lives today. It's growing and it's very serious. Please consider supporting it. You just follow the link down below in the description box, in the comment section. Everyone in the world, it's worldwide. All you have to do is support it. Yes, that's it. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything. If you want to do something else about it, that's free. You can share it with someone else. Thank you. Let's get into the questions. There's lots of them. This video, as you can see by the title, I'm clarifying a ton of misunderstanding, which is good. This is good. We want clarity because we need the truth. Truth heals us big time. Without truth, we have doubt, we have shame, we have guilt over things that probably aren't even true. So, please, watch the whole video if you can. There's lots of things I want to clarify about avoidancy, codependency, about discarding, all kinds of different things that people are misled about. And that's what it is. We're misled about other videos, about other people like me that make videos that aren't accurate, aren't real, aren't true. A lot of people out there are, a lot of people look at me and say it's a benefit that I've been through this. And yes, it is, but that's not why I do this. It's what I've done afterwards. It's what I've healed from, what I've learned. That's what I'm sharing with you, not my pain. And you'll see other channels that are sharing their pain. They're emotional, they're angry, they want revenge, they're hateful. And those aren't really the best people to follow, I don't think. Maybe emotionally relate to, but misleading in this field causes major, major damage. So we have to be careful where we get our sources from, where our sources are from. Okay, first question. Erin from Maine. My most recent relationship was with a quiet borderline. She had a dismissive, avoidant attachment style and was severely counter-dependent and not codependent at all. I learned all of this psychobabble the painful way. I'm sorry, Erin. And I just want to clarify that borderlines are not counter-dependent, they're codependent. And same with avoidant people, okay? So avoidant attachment style are merely feelings. Avoidant behaviors are things they do, okay? Codependency are behaviors. So you're saying they have counter-dependent behaviors, not codependent behaviors at all. And most likely it's just difficult for you to identify this. If I could have just a minute of a glimpse into your relationship, I could show you examples of what I'm talking about. You could take the most severe avoidant, which is the avoidant personality disorder. I made a video about that the week before last. If you, Aaron, are interested in avoidancy and how it's personified ultimately. So you can take... I think this week I might do a video on schizoid and schizotypal paranoid, the cluster A. Do you guys want me to do cluster A? I think I'm gonna do it anyways. You guys didn't watch the cluster C, most of you. Got the worst views of 10-year history. So I don't think you're interested, but I want to do them because of things like this. Because you guys some of you don't understand things very well. So an avoidant person, avoidant borderline, I get it, is avoidant. So think of the push-pull game. Now we focus on the push because it's rejection, hurts. But what's important to understand is the pull. Why was she with you? Why did she pull you? Why did she dump her emotions on you? Why did she need your help? Because what you're focusing on is, and I get it, is the times that she ignored you, went silent treatment, ghosted you, said, I'm not available right now, I can't take this right now, I need space, and all these things, and that's avoidancy. But why was she coming back? Because she wants connection. because she needs people and she's dependent on people. A borderline can't, or lacks total self-reliance, can't self-soothe, regulate emotions, and she used you for that, Aaron. She used you for that. And that's the important part, is the pull. Why did she pull you? Because you could take a schizoid, because I think that's almost what you're thinking of. Like, schizoid doesn't want you, doesn't need you, isn't avoidant. The avoidancy is in relationships. They just don't want them, don't care. It's not either or. It's mask versus reality. I think that's what I put in my comment, my reply here. I don't know if I have it. No, I didn't save it, but that's what I said. And I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please tell me, okay? And keep asking questions in next week video and stuff like that, so I can help you. Okay, Aaron? Thank you. Okay, second question is from Elena in Canada. Hi, Elena. Oh, computer's doing weird things here. Okay, another great video. You nailed it. Thank you. They care about you, but they don't care for you. Yeah, really important, huh? We always want to, do they care? Do they care? Or do they care about what? They can care about me, but do they care for me? Emotional care. My next question is about codependency. Are enablers destroying everyone and everything around, trying to save poor baby, person with BPD? Are they at the position to sacrifice everything but to be the savior? Are they sacrificing all other relationships for sake of saving person with BPD? I may not understand your question, Elena. Please let me know if I don't, if you can tell by my answer. I think you're asking me, will someone someone has a relationship with someone with BPD, and people are trying to help this person with BPD, and is the codependent behavior person want that not to happen and stuff like that, because they want to be the savior and stuff like this. So that's codependency. And codependency is an addiction, and addictions are number one. They protect it, and everything is a threat. So this person that has the BPD with them, they are trying to save them, they're trying to help them. Okay? They'll wrap control and stuff like this in that, care and love, but it's not real. They're not doing it. They're not. And they will look at people like you as a threat to this relationship. I need this person. And it may look like it's one-sided, like the BPD needs this person, but it's this person needs this person too. Makes them have value, have a maybe meaning, purpose, emotionally regulate. I'm a good person. Things like this. Don't want to be alone. And so it's they're dependent on each other. And that means that any outside interference is a threat. Not a distraction, right? It's a threat. And they will try to eliminate the threats. And they'll both tell each other, oh, that person's bad for you, that person's bad for you. I don't like your family, I don't like your friends, I don't like it. And so it's just them two sandwiched together and nobody else to interfere. They don't want you to tell the BPD information that will take them away from them. You know, hey, here's reality. No. Isolation. Did I understand your question, Elena? I hope I did. I think I did. But let me know. Ask me again. Rose from United Kingdom. Hello, Rose. Really appreciate all these lovely messages. It really helps with a heart. At the moment, I'm still finding my concentration is low. My hobbies are crafts, watercolor, but it's hard to concentration long enough. Most of you guys know that Rose and her husband finally broke up a couple weeks ago. And Rose, you got a ton of support in the comments. I hope you saw them. I didn't see you reply or anything, but I think you might have seen them. You know, perfect strangers all around the world supporting you, Riz. That's pretty cool. So your concentration is low. Yep, I know. Stress chemicals make things work really well because we need to. We need to be on high alert, right? Someone comes in, wants to threaten your life, right? Your partner wants to cheat on you or you think they might be cheating. And we get all these chemicals to make us work better, faster, stronger, to remember more, to focus on more, concentration better. Makes sense, yeah? It's our stress chemicals that make us do that real fast. The problem is if we don't eliminate the stress, right away, like we're supposed to. That's what the chemicals are for, to fight it or flight it. Yeah, to eliminate the stress. And then we get the feel good chemicals. That's our sympathetic or parasympathetic nervous system, makes us feel good. You went years, Rose. We all went too long. We all went too long, and our nervous system is damaged from it not working properly. You're It's prolonged exposure to stress chemicals that causes anxiety and depression, a loss of sense of self, and things stop working very well. So your brain has been pumping you with chemicals to help you concentrate and focus and remember all this trauma and all this abuse and stress. And now years later, you're seeing the effects of it. You're okay, Rose. Get help. Again, please consider hiring someone to heal from the worst experience and trauma of your entire life. This isn't things we do alone. If you do this alone, Rose, you will have problems. You could develop more mental illness. You could be more severely depressed, misled, misunderstood, tons of self-doubt, make bad decisions, poor decisions. You could have stress for the rest of your life from this and kill you early. Please hire someone just to talk. That's it. And it's about what you choose to talk about. That's it. That can't be that scary. Over time, we get rid of the stress. That's from healing. Not just wait for my husband to be gone for a while and keep messaging me, which I'm guessing he will do. It's about feeling all better about these experiences. And the only way we can do that is releasing emotions and understanding what happened. And I'm glad you're asking me questions, Rose. This totally can get better under the right conditions. This can get worse or never get better under similar or worse conditions. Okay? It's good your husband's gone. That's going to eliminate a ton of stress. You need a lot of sleep. That's how your brain repairs itself. And hopefully your concentration will get better over time. But it will get better for sure if you see a professional. Okay? And stay away from your husband. Healing Family from California. Hello. Thank you for all your awesome answers. You're welcome. A week late, but congrats to Rose. You can do this. David, I have a 23-year-old daughter that lives with me with her 3-year-old daughter. What do you think is a decent amount for me to charge her for her room and any bills? If so, what bills and what percentage do you think is right? Asking because having issues with my daughter regarding this. I want your opinion and thoughts on this. Why? Because you're so knowledgeable in everything. You rock. Thank you. The question is why are you having problems with this about your daughter? Why? I'm guessing she's saying you're charging too much and you're saying I'm not going to accept that little. Is that the problem? That's why you're asking me, not because I rock. I can't tell you what to charge. You're in California. I don't even know where, but damn is California expensive unless you're in the mountains. You got the Bay Area, you got San Diego, you got Los Angeles. Terribly expensive. The single renter could pay thousands. I actually just was looking for a place for someone else. It's what I do, coaching. I go way beyond. And I found some incredible single unit homes in the Bay Area for $1,000 or so. After looking really hard. When it comes to this, it's what we're comfortable with. Okay? These are boundaries. If you accept something you can't accept, you'll end up resenting her. If you're charging too much and she accepts it, she might resent you. Where are we? It's like, can't she just go live on her own, or does she need your help? Sounds like she might need your help. 23-year-old single mom. Tough. Tough, tough, tough. In California, tough. And I know you want to be there for her, but you don't want to be taken advantage of, is my guess. Maybe it is about money. I don't know. I can't answer this for you. Maybe $800 to $1,200. I don't know. Why don't you go look online at Airbnbs in your area. Just go on Craigslist or some site on renting rooms from people and find out what other people are paying in your area. Maybe you can show her that, knock it down a little under that, and say, see, you're getting a deal. Sorry, I can't help you more. But I'd go with what you feel comfortable with and what she feels comfortable with, and you can't agree on something, then she can't live there. Yeah. I think once she accepts that reality, she might be willing to pay a little more. Rose again. From the United Kingdom. Hi, Rose again. The nice times, the happy times become the most worrying, and after they are the most confusing part. Also, at times, he couldn't avoid telling me he felt numb or was angry. He told me he puts on a smile, wants to give people nice things, make them happy, but he can't keep that up. It's tiring. Some days he couldn't put on a smile, mood swings he admitted to. My confusion with videos on this is that the videos will tell you how they gaslight, how they played you like a plan. Is that what it was? Or they have a disorder. There is no plan to gaslight you, play you. You're just reacting normally to their disorder, and mood changes. They are just putting on a smile, a mask to get by in society. No function, no big plan. Felt as if he wanted a relationship but could never keep that going. So was then stressed, then angry as he could. You share very common sentiments. People want to be told, or they watch all these videos and say, oh, they're just so planning, and they're plotting, and they're scheming, and they're Malvinistic, things like this. So, and really a lot of them aren't. It's unstable. A lot of people don't understand what that means. And so if you can try to understand what unstable means, you'll see that they're impulsive. They're not planning. A lot of thieves, most thieves are just opportunistic. They aren't sitting in their basement scheming ways to plan and rob and steal people. They see something out and they take it, so they get caught. Like sociopaths, there's these sociopaths and psychopaths. Sociopaths are more emotional, plans less. Emotional gets you in trouble, like the shooting, the Tyler Robinson. That was pure emotional. So I got caught within hours. A psychopathic killer that took out Charlie Kirk, we still probably wouldn't know who it was. Wouldn't be emotional. So no, it sounds like your husband's not plotting and planning and scheming all the time. The problem is he was not doing what he said he was doing, and that's committed to you through his vows. And I'm sure he would say, if he was here today, and he was probably telling you the whole time that he valued honesty and integrity and respect, when he didn't at all. He's lying. So it's kind of both, isn't it? And what he's really doing is trying to survive. He can't regulate his own emotions, and he can't get along with anybody. He's high conflict personality type. He learns to bite his lip, do favors, not say anything. That can only last so long, right? He's just trying to, most of these people are trying to just get by, but they seek immediate gratification and not connection with people. So it's just, he just wants you to be there to help him feel better, and now he has a wife that looks good, have a house, help pay for things, whatever it is. And he's going to tell you what you want to hear, but he's not sitting in the basement totally probably planning all of this. It's just impulsivity. What do I mean by unstable? Many things. I don't know who I am. That's huge. They're not just lying when they say, oh yeah, I value honesty and you better be loyal, I value that too. No, they think they are. They just rationalize and justify everything, so it's okay to not be honest with this person. It's okay to disrespect that person. They disrespected me. This person screwed me over. I don't like this person. And then you don't realize that they're a total piece of shit. And they genuinely will sit there and be like, oh, I value honesty and shit. Oh yeah, so much. They all are unstable emotionally. There might be tens of thousands of emotions. That's tens of thousands different things our body does. And it will keep doing it until we learn to process it and close them. And if you don't, like your husband, then you've got massive anger and excitement and joy and worry and depression and anxiety, and I could go on, right? Thousands. Imagine your body doing all those things all the time. Imagine your worst day in your entire life. That's their normal day every day. Imagine being depressed, anxious, sad, lonely, suicidal, hopeless, helpless, can't do things for yourself, lack self-worth, self-esteem, self-respect, and they don't want you to know, and they can't do anything about it. They're just trying to sail through. That answer your question, Rose? A little of both, I think. Hi, it's Jay from Minnesota. Hello, Jay. Will you share what you know about the interesting handwriting patterns of psychopaths and mental illness? Oh, also, I've heard people ask how to find a good therapist. A trauma-informed therapist is best, but I've also found that there are forensic psychologists out there too. Interesting. Yeah, you'll have better luck with psychologists than therapists, for sure, especially if you need medication. But you ask a therapist what they know about emotional trauma, not just PTSD like soldiers have. That's different. You want emotional trauma, worse than soldiers with PTSD, worse than any soldier that watched their heads get cut off or something, shot, is this. Worst experience any human being can ever have. Emotional trauma. Long-term emotional trauma from our partner. Okay, so psychopathic writing and mental illness. So, what should I attack first? Mental illness. Mental illness. You can look at artwork in handwriting, and it can very much decline over time as mental health declines. When you get into the real neurological mental illness, like schizophrenia, bipolar, things like that, big time. Big time. You're going to see their handwriting get worse, and you're going to see their art get worse if they're artists. It's a total regression all the way into childhood. I was adopted. I've shared this a few times with you guys. My mother who adopted me was paranoid schizophrenic. And it started to surface when I was 5. And at that time, she was an amazing artist. I mean, amazing, really. Her artwork was in many other people's homes. By the time she was in her 40s, and I'm not exaggerating, her artwork looked like a 3rd grader. Just blotches of paint and stick figures. Crazy. Sad. But you'll notice that. Now, getting into psychopaths, there is no actual handwriting pattern to identify a psychopath. No matter what people tell you. Psychopathy is a personality disorder. That's it. It's not so neurological where they might decline and stuff. So what you will notice, let's see, what can I tell you? I can tell you this about psychopaths, is people with antisocial, psychopaths, sociopaths, they were raised neglected, and they didn't care about authority or classrooms, schools, teachers, stuff like this. And they are very often might miss school, but they don't concentrate, they don't care. So it's extremely common for sociopaths and psychopaths, people with antisocial, to have horrible handwriting, or at least misspell and write awful. And that's extremely common. Like the exception would be the psychopath at 50 that writes really well. It's like, or maybe young psychopath. Yeah, that's really common. But there's no actual identifying handwriting that says that's a psychopath. They're all different. Hi, David B. here from the Netherlands. Hello, B. My ex is BPD with narcissistic coping. Can you explain how that works? Yeah, I'll do it first. So, narcissism, and this is something people don't understand a lot. And I know a lot of you are like, no, I know. Because people think that narcissism is like selfish and vanity and, you know, Narcissus, who stared at his reflection in the pool of narcissism. Narcissistic coping is narcissism, which we all have. Okay, we all have a degree. We're in the middle of the spectrum scale. You have narcissists with the disorder that are very few, and they are very narcissistic, right? It's a defense mechanism. It's meant to protect the borderline. Borderlines have narcissism. They're high in narcissism. Yes, all borderlines are high in narcissism. And they use it as defense. Their ego protects them. Doesn't allow them to be so vulnerable. Not connect with people, not care, not empathize. Not be responsible for my own behaviors, actions, repercussions. Make sense? My ex has emailed me for months after our breakup. He would usually email random stuff like links to cat videos or just a bunch of emojis. I think he was just testing me. He just can't control himself. That's all. It's not a test. I mean, he might just do one little thing to get you to reply to him, sure. But he just literally can't control himself. Like I said, impulsive, unstable, impulsive. And when you break up, they're going to be worse, unless they have another person there to soothe them. He was actually, I only replied to actual words. Why? Why are you replying? And only if what he is saying was actually constructive and healthy. Why? He's no longer in your life. He's sick and disordered. He probably abused and neglected you. Get fucking rid of him. So he learns to say what you think is constructive and healthy to get your attention. I mean, do you see? He didn't change. He's the same person. You left. I would ignore the random stuff. Eventually it died down, and then a month ago the emails stopped. Do you think this is the final discard? Or do you think he will come around again? Okay, so I don't see a discard. Do you know what discard means? That's not discard. Another misunderstanding. Think of discard. What do we discard as human beings? You discard things. Things. Garbage. I'm done with it. I get it. He's using you for emotional regulation. And now he's not emailing you anymore because you don't really give him much. And he probably found someone else. That's it. He didn't discard you. I mean, maybe, well, no. He didn't discard you. He's calling you and messaging you and emails. And yeah, they stopped. But you don't want anything from him. That's what you want, right? You want him to stop, so he stopped. That's not even breaking up. You weren't dating. So you've got breaking up, right? You've got silent treatment. I'm just ignoring you and coming back. And then you have, I put you on the shelf to wait for later, right? All these different terms we have. But discard is, I am absolutely done with you. You are, I've used you all up. Either I damaged you, I'm not attracted to you anymore, you're lame, I don't care. All the things I liked about you, I don't see that anymore. You're annoying, you're suffocating, you're clingy, I can't stand you. You're all crying now after I totally ruined your life. Wah, who cares? And I'm out. I'm going to throw you away, not tell you why, I'm gone. See ya. Don't ever fucking contact me again. And promise you, I will not. Just like I won't go sift through the garbage dump to find what I threw away a couple weeks ago. Oh well, it's gone. Get another one. That's a discard. There's no final discard. There's just discard. Final discard means they discarded you before, which means they wouldn't come back. There wouldn't be a final discard. No. That's breaking up and getting back together. Biggest sign of a toxic relationship. Does that help? Do you think this is the final discard? Do I think he will not email you again? Or do you think he will come around again? So that's all. That's the question. Do you think he'll email you again? Probably. I don't know. But if you shame him and let him know everything he did and how wrong it was, and you let everyone in your life know the truth, and he better not ever contact you again because you can't stand him. He's sick. He has a personality disorder. Do you see? These kinds of things will make sure he doesn't message you again. Or you just block him and ignore him. Why are you waiting? Why are you letting him have control? Why are you replying to him? Get help, B. Whether he messages you, never again. Get help. Just get some help. We all need help. You too. You're not different. Instead of just asking me, do I think he'll message you again, why don't you take some control and power back in your life and make sure he never does. Never. Raise your self-worth. Okay? Okay. Jordy's mom's basement. Hi, David. Really informative Q&A as usual. Jordan from Sydney, Australia. I was wondering how to differentiate between a permanent versus temporary discard. Next. My PPD NPDX no longer attempts to hoover me. Not a discard. He's not looking in the garbage, rustling through the garbage. He's no longer, the X no longer attempts to hoover me in any way, and I'm glad as it helps maintaining no contact easier. At the same time, I find myself struggling to move forward due to a lack of closure and fear I may never be able to move on romantically. It is incredibly difficult to remove oneself from this constant nagging feeling of foolishly waiting for them to recover. I was also wondering what the best possible remedy for this form of codependency is. Many thanks in advance. Thank you, Jordy. I'm sorry, Jordan. Talk therapy of some kind with someone. Preferably an understanding, knows how to help you. And not personal. That's it. Hire me. You guys do know I do coaching, right? With amazing success. Hundreds of healed clients. Yeah, you're waiting. For what? They call me the hope killer. I kill hope. I show you exactly what's wrong in your relationship. I show you exactly what's wrong with them. And I show you the extensive amount of work it takes to repair this relationship and make it functioning. You can go to them with it and show them. Too much? It erases guilt. It erases shame and any doubt. And you have power and control back in your life, agency. No more waiting. You know what you really want. You know what's good for you. We're really vulnerable right now, okay? You need support. You need help, guys, all right? What's a possible remedy for this form of codependency? Fill the void with something else healthier. She took up tons of space and time in your life. I say she. Yeah. And it's gone. It means there's a big void in your life. Fill that void, but not with people. Start learning how to care for yourself, regulate yourself, make yourself feel better. Start writing a list of feel-good things to do. Start talking into the mirror to yourself every day. There's a ton more, but these are professional things. It's like going to a mechanic and saying, how do I change the engine in my car? You know, let the mechanic do it. Thanks, Jordan. I'm sorry. There's hope and help for you, though, out there. It's just you just don't quite know how to do it for yourself. You know, and unless you want to learn a psychology degree and all this other stuff, which won't matter, you can't do it yourself. We're social creatures. We need people. Someone did this to you, someone will help you out of it. I promise. It's not hard, especially when the person understands. All right. I think that's it. Yep, that's it, guys. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up, subscribing. I need it. Channel's doing horrible. Please support me. Thank you. If you need coaching, daviddemars.com. Love yourself first, guys. Bye-bye.